Imagine a life where every sunrise feels like a rerun, every conversation a fragmented echo, and every achievement hollow, not because you lack ambition or talent, but because your mind is perpetually racing, chasing deadlines, replaying regrets, or sketching out anxieties for a future that hasn't arrived. This isn't a life lived, but a life observed, from behind a thick, buzzing pane of glass. Meet Elara, a brilliant architect in her late 20s whose designs graced the skylines of a bustling metropolis. Her days were a blur of high-rise blueprints, client pitches, and endless digital notifications. She had the corner office, the accolades, the designer wardrobe, but beneath the veneer of success, Elara was unraveling. Her mind was a chaotic gallery, each wall plastered with incomplete ideas, urgent emails, and the spectral images of past mistakes or future failures. She'd sip her artisanal coffee, thinking about the next meeting. She'd walk through a vibrant park, scrolling through social media, missing the kaleidoscope of autumn leaves. Even during a quiet dinner with friends, her internal monologue critiqued her latest project, planned her next reply, or worried about an upcoming presentation. Sleep was a battle, peace a distant rumor. She felt perpetually exhausted, yet strangely unfulfilled, her spirit yearning for a depth that her fast-paced existence seemed incapable of providing. This wasn't just stress, it was a profound disconnect from her own life. The turning point came during a pivotal architectural competition. Elara poured months into her submission, a groundbreaking eco-friendly skyscraper. On the day of the presentation, as she stood before the esteemed panel, her mind, usually a fortress of facts and figures, suddenly went blank. She fumbled, stammered, and missed crucial details. It wasn't a lack of preparation, it was an inability to access the present moment, to ground herself amidst the swirling anxieties about perfection, about winning, about what this project meant for her career. She saw the polite, yet disappointed, faces of the judges, and a profound, chilling realization washed over her. She had lost herself in the noise, sacrificed her presence for a phantom future. She didn't win. The defeat stung, not just for the lost opportunity, but for the stark clarity it brought. Her mind, her greatest tool, had become her greatest saboteur. She was tired of existing in a state of perpetual anticipation or regret. She craved the stillness, the focus, the joy she vaguely remembered from childhood, before the world demanded constant vigilance and unending productivity. In the quiet aftermath of her professional setback, Elara stumbled upon an old, unassuming art studio, tucked away in a cobblestone alley, far from the gleaming towers she designed. Its window displayed simple, rustic pottery, painted canvases, and handcrafted wooden sculptures. Intrigued, she stepped inside, a stark contrast to her sleek, minimalist office. The air smelled of clay, turpentine, and old wood, grounding and real. Behind a half-finished sculpture sat a woman, probably in her 60s, with kind, knowing eyes and hands stained with paint. Her name was Anya, a renowned artisan who had abandoned the commercial art world years ago to teach the forgotten art of presence through creation. Elara, hesitant but desperate, explained her restless mind, her inability to truly be. Anya listened patiently, then simply said, "Your mind is a canvas, Elara, but you're too busy painting the past and sketching the future to truly see the masterpiece of now." Anya offered to guide her, not as a therapist, but as a mentor, through 3 simple challenges designed to reclaim her presence. Elara, having nowhere else to turn, accepted. The Symphony of Silence. The Urban Garden. Anya led Elara to a hidden urban garden, a pocket of green nestled between towering buildings, a place Elara had passed countless times without ever noticing. For the next hour, Anya instructed gently, "Sit here. No phone, no drawing, no writing. Just be. Listen to the symphony of silence, the whispers of the leaves, the distant hum of the city, the chirping of sparrows. Don't label, don't judge, don't analyze. Simply observe." Elara initially struggled. Her mind rebelled, darting from overdue emails to what she should be doing, to the awkwardness of just sitting. She felt a phantom vibration in her pocket, a constant urge to check her phone. But Anya had given her one rule. Whenever her mind wandered, she was to gently bring her awareness back to one of her senses. The rough texture of the wooden bench, the sweet scent of jasmine, the warmth of the sun on her skin. Slowly, painstakingly, the external noise began to fade. The distant honks became part of the city's pulse, not an intrusion. She noticed the intricate patterns on a butterfly's wings, the way a single beam of light illuminated a dewdrop on a leaf, the rhythmic sway of a branch in the breeze. For the first time in years, she felt her breath deepen, her shoulders relax. When the hour was up, a quiet calm had settled within her. She hadn't done anything, yet she felt profoundly refreshed, as if her mind had finally exhaled. The dance of clay, the potter's wheel. The second challenge took Elara to the potter's wheel in Anya's studio. Today, Anya said, handing her a lump of wet clay, we will create a vessel. Don't aim for perfection, don't worry about the outcome. Simply focus on the sensation of the clay in your hands, the spinning of the wheel, the rhythm of your breath. Let the clay guide you, rather than trying to force it. Elara, a precision-driven architect, found this excruciating. Her initial attempts were clumsy, lopsided, collapsing messes. She wanted to control, to impose her will, to create something flawlessly beautiful. Frustration bubbled up, but Anya patiently reminded her, the clay responds to gentleness, Elara, not force. Feel its give, its resistance, listen to what it wants to become. As Elara surrendered to the process, her focus narrowed, the cool, wet earth squishing between her fingers, the steady hum of the wheel, the delicate pressure required to coax the clay upwards. She made mistakes, her bowl collapsing several times, but each time, instead of despair, she felt a strange curiosity. The act of kneading the clay back into a ball, restarting, became a meditative ritual. Her mind wasn't thinking about her failed design or her next project. It was entirely absorbed in the tactile experience, in the unfolding present moment of creation. The final vessel wasn't perfect. It was slightly asymmetrical, bearing the marks of her learning. But it was real. And for the first time, she truly understood the joy of a process, not just the product. The echo of presence, the uninterrupted story. For the final challenge, Anya asked Elara to meet her at a local community center, where Anya often volunteered. Today, Anya explained, you will listen, truly listen. You will sit with an elderly resident, Mr. Hemmings, who loves to share stories of his youth. Your task is to give them your complete, undivided attention for 30 minutes. No interruptions, no formulating your next question, no checking the time. Just be present with his words, his expressions, his story. Elara, usually adept at active listening in business meetings, which often meant planning her rebuttal, found this different. Mr. Hemmings was a soft-spoken man, his stories meandering, sometimes repeating. Her mind initially tried to categorize, to find the point, to mentally edit, but she remembered Anya's words, just be present. She consciously softened her gaze, relaxed her posture, and simply received his words. She noticed the way his eyes lit up when he spoke of his late wife, the slight tremor in his hand as he reminisced about wartime, the wistful smile that played on his lips. She didn't just hear his words, she felt the weight of his memories, the richness of a life lived. As he spoke, Elara found herself completely absorbed, a rare and profound experience. There was no past regret, no future worry, just the shared human connection of that present moment. When Mr. Hemmings finished, a peaceful silence filled the space. Elara didn't need to say much, her attentive presence had been enough. Mr. Hemmings smiled, a genuine, grateful smile, and for the first time, Elara felt a deep, authentic connection. One not predicated on achievement or utility, but on pure, unadulterated human empathy. Back in Anya's studio, Elara recounted her experiences. Her voice was calmer, her eyes brighter. I saw, she began, not just the butterfly, but the way its wings caught the light. I felt the clay, not just molded it. I heard Mr. Hemmings' story, not just his words. A profound shift had occurred. Her internal monologue, once a relentless torrent, had subsided into a gentle stream. She realized that her past anxieties and future worries were like the unasked questions or unheard sounds during her challenges. They only existed when she gave them her attention. When her attention was fully anchored in the now, the noise simply dissolved. She understood that the frantic pace of her mind wasn't an inherent trait, but a habit, a choice. Anya smiled, a quiet affirmation. "You haven't emptied your mind, Elara," she corrected gently. "You've simply cleared the canvas. Now, you choose what to paint." Elara felt a wave of clarity, a sense of lightness she hadn't known since childhood. She wasn't cured of her ambition, but she was now equipped with a powerful tool, the ability to consciously choose where to place her focus, to be fully present, to truly live each moment. The deepest truth Elara discovered was this: peace is not the absence of thought, but the ability to choose where your thoughts reside. It's not about escaping the world, but about fully engaging with it, one conscious moment at a time. Our minds, when left untethered, are prone to drifting into the currents of regret and anticipation, losing sight of the precious now. Yet, within each moment lies an entire universe waiting to be experienced. The warmth of a cup of tea, the texture of a worn book, the honest gaze of a friend, the intricate details of a simple leaf. By consciously anchoring ourselves in the present, through our senses, through focused action, through empathetic listening, we reclaim agency over our inner landscape. We transform our cluttered minds into clear canvases, ready to absorb the vibrant colors and nuanced textures of life as it unfolds, rather than merely rushing past it. This isn't just about reducing stress. It's about amplifying life, about finding the profound richness that exists when we are fully, unequivocally, here. So what masterpiece will you paint on your canvas of the present moment today? Perhaps it's simply giving your full attention to the next sip of water, the next breath you take, or the next person you speak with. Take a moment, right now, to pause. Feel your feet on the ground. Listen to the ambient sounds. Let your shoulders drop. Just be. And remember, the grandest adventures, the deepest connections, and the most profound peace are not found in the distant horizons of what might be, but in the quiet, vibrant magic of what is. Start clearing your canvas, one present moment at a time.